All right, and we're live. So hello everybody and welcome to a new SUMO community meeting. Today is Monday, the 30th of November 2015 is the last day of November. That means December is upon us. That means the end of the year is upon us. When did that go through? I have no idea. So yay, lots of things happening. I have one small request for everybody who's on the call. If you can mute when you're not speaking so we can avoid the noise, that would be great. Otherwise, let's get started. Just wanted to say hi to Constance, Claire, and Philip, our contributors here today, and I guess there's some other who are watching. So hi everybody, nice to see you again. I have posted the link to the Etherpad on SUMO on IRC, so check it out and we can start. Oh yeah, and don't forget to please write down your name in the participants section in the Etherpad so other people know who has been present. All right, so let's get started. I see no action items from last week. There's nothing in the roundtable. I thought Constance, Slayer, you wanted to talk about their MO or not?
We can do that in an update email.
Well, just tell everybody what's going on with that.
Okay, so I've spoken to a couple of members from the MO team, basically about getting these videos live streamed up on Mozilla. Because of the Monday project meeting, they're kind of very busy with that side of things. So there was a proposal that I'm going to speak to Madalena later on about changing the meeting to either a Tuesday or a Wednesday. But other than that, that can go, and we can discuss that in an email or something.
So that means that. But we can upload this later, can we? Even
we can upload this later. This would just be so they can live stream it directly on Mozilla, and then it automatically uploads afterwards.
Okay. All right. Then we can even take this to the contributor forums, I think. So. Okay. Cool. Thank you for doing this, first of all, Constance Slayer. That's very helpful. Does anybody have any questions about us being up on AirMo? No? Okay, we're going to be there with the big guys. It's going to be fun. All right, cool. Then let's move on. I see no nominations for contributors of the week. So SUMO Dev update. Is Kadir with us today?
Yay. So the end of the hard freeze is today. If you've been following along, we had a soft freeze and then a hard freeze for SUMO because most of our developers were not around for Thanksgiving, and we just took time off. So we didn't want to push anything and break stuff and make them come back from the vacation. But that's over. So today, a few new pieces are going to land. One thing that's going to land is the final fixes for the Ask a Question flow. We had already finished that, but there were some regressions that QA discovered. Our new developer, Brittany, actually worked on fixing those issues, and they should go in today. So this week we can start trying out the Ask a Question flow and start collecting data for that. I mean, for its effectiveness and for how well it's performing compared to our old Ask a Question flow. Beyond that, on the roadmap side, the KPI dashboard pieces are being developed at the moment, and the thing that Rayhan is working on right now is the contributor retention chart.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Kadir. Any questions for Kadir? No? All right. I'll move on then to... I see no updates for desktop or Firefox OS. Is that correct?
Yes,
okay.
At least for Firefox Desktop, it's correct.
Okay. All right. Then let's move on to Android and iOS. Roland.
Hello. Yeah, so we are working on 43 articles. which is the same as the 43 articles we were working on last week. I don't think we've actually made much progress, but we are getting there. And you can look at last week's Etherpad for the full thing, but it was tab audio, add URL, sharing text, reading list support, a whole bunch of little things, nothing major. We will probably have a Firefox 4202 for the weird, very strange battery issue that seems to occur on only some Samsung S5s because no Mozilla employees apparently can reproduce it on a Samsung S5. But very many non-Mozilla employees have done it. So there is a fix, and this is something to do with the SD card daemon and DNSD. And that's it for Android. I can go on iOS.
Awesome.
We're on a quiet phase here. Released Firefox for iOS 1.2 a few weeks ago. Keep answering support questions, and we're trying to figure out what's happening. Well, I'm not figuring it out. The team is figuring out what's going to happen with Firefox for iOS version 2. I believe one of the major items is going to be synchronization from iOS back to your desktop or Android device. But as always, no commitment implied. I wish we could make commitments. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't it cool if software is actually a real engineering craft and we could actually deliver things when we said we could? Anyways, next.
Then it would be so much fun. All right. Well, thank you, Roland. Any questions about iOS or Android? Okay. If there are no questions.
Yeah, and Philip and all the other awesome people coming to Orlando, if you have any questions at all about iOS or Android, grab me. I will try to schedule something as part of Madalena's Orlando thing. Schedule. Well, Madalena Vesper. Schedule.
Yeah, we'll follow up on that. Okay. Then let's move on to knowledge base. Joni, I hope you had a great holiday. You ate lots of turkey.
Yeah, thanks. It's good to be back. So, as Roland said, we haven't made much progress on the 43 articles because of the holiday and the travel for the previous week. But the good news is there aren't actually a lot of major changes, updates for articles, mostly screenshots and UI changes. And I did look at them yesterday, and it looks like we should be able to wrap everything up by the end of today. So yeah, keep an eye on your LTN dashboard, and they'll all be there at the end, by the end of the day. One thing I forgot to add on here is that we have an outreach intern starting. You're going to meet her in Orlando. So yeah, she's going to be learning technical writing and also working with us to figure out how to make the training KB contributor training just more fun and more helpful. So if you're coming to Orlando, please have feedback for her. If you're not coming to Orlando, she'll be with us for 3 months. So yeah, communicate with us and let us know what your thoughts are. And that's it for me.
What is Outreachy again, Joni?
So it's a diversity initiative. It's a program to get more women and Americans of color into contributing to open source.
Awesome. That's very exciting. So we're looking forward to meet her,
Lauren, yeah.
the intern, Laura. Yeah, we'll see her on the contributor forums and on IRC, I expect, so everybody can talk to her. All right, cool. Thank you, Joni. Any questions? No? Okay. Mihal, I love your T-shirt. Look at that. You're making a statement.
Other day, but this is it. I just want to show that they actually arrive and they're actually of good quality. Yay. So there's hope.
Totally want one.
And it's
Everybody wants
and
one. But you're going to get, everybody's going to get some information about it soon. I just need to make sure that they actually deliver to all the places they promised to deliver. So there's still 2 or 3 T-shirts on the way to faraway locations. The biggest news of the week is has already been delivered to the localization mailing list, but I also sent it out to our locale leaders, and today we got a confirmation from Matias, who's the main developer for this and the main person responsible. UI localization for SUMO and for many other things, but for SUMO especially for us, is going to move to Pontoon, which is the new platform that our internal team has been developing, our own Pontoon developers, headed by Matias. Or it will be moving to Pootle, which is going to be a new version, an up-to-date version, follow-up to Verbatim. But Verbatim itself is going to go into read-only mode. All the data will be kept just for safety and for backup purposes for a while. There is a link in the Etherpad for our meeting to another Etherpad, which has the communication around this migration. If you see any problems from tomorrow onwards, because I don't really have a particular timetable for this migration, it's just going to happen tomorrow. There's going to be a bunch of different things moving, including SUMO. File a bug. There's a URL as well to file bugs for the Pontoon team. Make sure you copy the whole thing, because actually the URL is not completely highlighted on the Etherpad, but you have to copy the two parts with the pipes as well. CC me on the bug, and we'll make sure that it gets solved as soon as possible. Apologies for the horns in the background. This should not influence any other part of SUMO LTNN, so all the usual localization in the KB dashboards should be going on as usual. Speaking of which, announcements, I'm actually present in two colors. Announcements present in most of KB dashboards regarding milestones for December 2015. So what this means is if you go to your dashboard, you should be able to see an announcement telling you, if you're a localizer, hey guys, we're doing this for December, so you should focus on meeting a particular goal. And each and every locale is going to have a goal. The biggest ones that are at 105%, like Dutch or Spanish, may not have any goals to reach. But I'm definitely going to talk to the people from those teams, because they have been just doing an awesome job all the time. So I cannot really set any goals for everybody who's up to date with everything, but we'll talk to you. And who knows, maybe there's going to be some t-shirts involved. Anyway, that's the news from the LTNN side. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. Okay.
Cool. No questions. All right. If there are no questions for Michal, actually, let me check SUMO. All right. Don't see anything there. If there is anything on SUMO, do let me know, because I cannot watch it at the same time. All right, then let's move on to, there's no major updates for the forum. We'll just move on to community. So as most of you know, next week we are going to Orlando in one of the Mozilla Work Weeks that are happening every year. We're very excited about the fact that we managed to get some of our contributors to join us. Unfortunately, only 5 of them. So do not despair, there will be more. Don't worry. Safwan, I see. He's like, not again.
Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, we'll be able to do something. So anyway, so we have a couple of people joining us, which is great. We will do the same as in Whistler. We're going to have some sessions that I hope that we'll be able to record or stream live. So I'm not sure about the technology needed yet, but we're working on that. So stay tuned. There will be more updates on this one. So at the same time, even if you're coming to Orlando or not, if you have anything that you would like to be discussed with the larger SUMO community, please just let us know, and we can include it on the schedule. Yeah, just either pop us an email or write it on the contributor forums. We'll have some updates on the contributor forums as well. Other than that, yeah, we will review that thread that is in the Etherpad as well. That's the thread that we started after the Whistler work week, and we're going to look at it and see if we how did we progress on what we have discussed there. So check that out, and again, let us know if there is anything in particular you want to talk about with anybody, doesn't matter who. Also, somebody's pinging me. All right, not very important. So also there will be no meeting next week on the 7th because everybody will be traveling. I'm not sure about the week after. I will not be online on that Monday. I don't know. Vesper, will you be online? The Monday after Orlando?
So I'm going to just put we will possibly resume or probably resume on the 14th because we're not 100% sure, but yeah.
So let's
like,
say we will try. We will
yeah.
try to resume on the 14th. If not, because it might be hard because everybody will have to travel back and jet lag and the like. So if that doesn't happen, we will resume on the week after with all the updates and the stuff that we have been discussing in Orlando as well. And that's it. Anybody has anything to add? No? Okay. Admin availability this week. I see Roland is out December 7, 11 in Orlando. And everybody.
100% clear.
Yeah, it's going to be hot and jet lag. It's going to be great.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess that's it for today. Thank you so much for participating, everybody. For those coming to Orlando, I'll see you next week. For those who are not coming, I will see you online, and I hope to see you live on a stream from our SUMO sessions. Have a great week. Have a great December, and talk to you soon.
Safe travels. Good to ride.
Safe travels. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.